So, well, fine. Now, we'll start with a new topic. The topic will be on introduction to programming. Having known about the internal details of the PIC microcontroller, the next step is to know how to program it. And we know for programming there are certain requirements. And what the requirements for the programming are? One and the foremost requirement for programming is that you understand the language. You need to understand the alphabets of the language. Then you need to combine those alphabets and should know how to form the words using those alphabets. And once you are able to form the words for a language, then you can combine those words to form the sentences. This is exactly what we do in the programming language also. So to understand the programming language, what do? We understand the instruction set of the programming. So the foremost thing requirement is that we should understand the instruction set. What are those instructions? What are the classifications of those instructions? How those instructions can be written? That is, what is the syntax of those instructions? And once we have understood the basic mnemonics or the operation codes and how those mnemonics can be used, that is, what is the sentences or syntax of those mnemonics, then I hope we can start writing the programs. And for writing the program, you should know that there is always an environment. There is always an environment where you should write the program. So what are the environments? So environments are the platforms over which you will write these codes. You can use the C language, embedded C, and for that you need some kind of compilers, or you can directly write the program in the assembly language, or you can write the program directly in the machine language also. You are familiar with writing the program in the machine language because you are working on the kits where you are feeding the operation code in the hexadecimal or in the binary. So you are familiar with that way of doing the programming. But if you are interested, I can take you to the next higher level of programming, even in the C language, embedded C. For that there are also the number of platforms, and these platforms are like MPLAB is one software. Then you have the CCS as a compiler by the microchip. So there are so many other platforms even. And some of the platform depends upon the manufacturer. Example is, if I say MPLAB, MPLAB is a platform of the microchip. Similarly, you have the PIC microcontrollers manufactured by NXP. So that company also develops their own compilers. So you can install any compiler on your machine and then start doing the program either in the assembly or directly into the C language. Right? So you got to know the platforms. You have number of compilers available. MPLAB is free of cost. You can download it from the microchip.com and install onto your machines. So let's now come back onto the instructions that I was discussing. The pick instructions, as we have been discussing about the others, it can be classified into the following categories. You can see the notes. The notes are here for you.in. So we can classify these instructions based on the register file operation. You have the register files and what operations can be performed on those. And this can be a byte oriented operation. I have a register, I want to manipulate those two registers which are of 8 bits. So that is a byte oriented. So you can have a bit oriented approach for the operations. You can set or reset individual bits for some of the registers. For that there are the instructions. And then you have the literals of the constant operation. You can perform the operation on the literals. Literals are nothing but the constants. I can directly write add 5 and 6, where 5 is a literal. Instead of saying a is equal to 5, that means the a is a variable. I don't want to deal with, I directly wish to deal with the literals. So this is what exactly. So one classification is based on the register file. You can perform on the bytes, you can perform on the bits, you can perform on the literals of the constants. This is one classification. Second classification is based on the function. And what function is? Whether you want to transfer the data transfer operation, whether you want to perform the arithmetic operation, you want to perform the logical, shift and rotate, or branch and return and some other kind of operations, like the machine control. So I have shown here two ways of classifying. One way of classifying is based on the register file operation, and second is based on what function the instruction performs. You are familiar with this classification. Let me take you to the different instructions and what is their syntax, what do they do, and how are those, what are the different flags that are affected by those instructions. You can okay, fine. So let's come to the instructions. I have the instructions which you see here based on the register file operations. Of course, instruction will remain same. इंस्ट्रक्टर वही है ना. आप एक तरीका तो उसका कहने का है कि आप कहिए भाई क्या काम करती है, और दूसरा ये कि भाई कितने बिट्स पर ये काम करती है. तो उस तरह से करेंगे तो दिस इज द क्लासिफिकेशन, अदरवाइज दिस इज द क्लासिफिकेशन. बट दीज आर द सेम इंस्ट्रक्शंस. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड देम. PIC microcontroller is based on the Harvard architecture. Means that it has a separate data and the program memory. Harvard architecture is, it has a separate. Princeton architecture was that has a common memory, shareable memory. But Harvard architecture is, it has a separate memory for the data and the program. Separate data path for both the memories to access at a faster pace. And since the kind of architecture is a RISC reduced instruction set architecture, so the total number of instructions are also reduced. Only 35 instructions are supported in the PIC microcontroller. What these 35 instructions are, I have listed them here. First classification is based on the byte operation. Look at the instruction. Little, you may not be familiar with it, but try to understand. I have the instruction add, ADD add, you know this add. Here W means accumulator. I repeat again. You have the instruction add WF. This means add, of course it is addition. W means it is an accumulator. Add accumulator. F means register file. You are adding two operands. One operand is in the W. W is an accumulator. And second operand is in the register file, F. So this instruction, when you write add WF, is a mnemonic followed by F. F means register file. कौन से रजिस्टर के साथ, that you have to give the name here. किस रजिस्टर के साथ ऐड करना है, you have to name that register here. And W is your accumulator. So D indicates whether W is destination or F is destination. D is a control bit. You can change the direction. Destination और source किसको बनाना है, आप लिखना चाहते हैं. मैं let me come back and take you on to the So what do I mean here? I simply means you can write W is equal to W plus F. So here W means accumulator. You are writing the instruction add WF F comma D. So what is the meaning of this instruction is you are adding two operands. One is accumulator. After addition, you pass on the result into the accumulator and you add accumulator plus the F. F means a register file, name of the register. I want to change the content of, let's say, PC, for example, PCL. You know what is PCL? It's a program counter and L means lower byte. I want to generate a new address. I want to say PCL plus accumulator. अगर PCL के content address हैं, let's say 100, इसमें मैं 10 ऐड करना चाहता हूँ ताकि मेरा एड्रेस बन जाए 110. So I can write PCL is equal to PCL plus W. So what is PCL? PCL is destination. So I can write add WF where F is your PCL and D is the direction. You can set the direction as 0 or 1. So this 0 and 1 will allow you to change this destination. Either this will become the destination or you can make this as destination. Any doubt at this point? Before I proceed, any doubt at this instant of time? You can come on the chat and say if you have any doubt. Okay, fine. So got it? So this is how you write the instruction. आप previous courses में कैसे लिखते थे? You were writing add accumulator with some other register. So this was in some other processors. But here we write add accumulator with the file. Which file you have to write here? Like PCL is your file or some other register name. You have to write it here for the L. Whether you want to make this as destination or this as destination, you can write D as 0 and 1. So your instruction will be add WF PCL comma 0. For example, you have to write it the instruction this way. I hope now you are clear. So coming back to so I was here. So likewise, you can have a look here. The next instruction is add accumulator with the register file. So all the byte oriented will involve a register. So clear F, clear means clear, make it as 0000 और किसको जीरो बनाना है? This is clear the file. Suppose I want to clear the status register, so you can write clear F और इस F की जगह क्या लिखेंगे? Name of the register, status. इसी तरह से you have the clear accumulator. W means accumulator. Complement the file. कौन सी फाइल को? उस फाइल का नाम देना पड़ेगा, रजिस्टर का नाम देना पड़ेगा. So all these are डिक्रीमेंट. सी डिक्रीमेंट ए रजिस्टर फाइल. किसी रजिस्टर को आप काउंटर बनाना चाहते हैं और उस काउंटर को आप डिक्रीमेंट करना चाहते हैं, तो यू विल राइट द इंस्ट्रक्शन एज डिक्रीमेंट द रजिस्टर फाइल और उस फाइल का नाम यहां पर देना पड़ेगा. नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन क्या है? ये कंडीशनल इंस्ट्रक्शन है. डिक्रीज द फाइल, दैट इज दिस फाइल, and skip if 0. This is the condition. SZ, skip if 0. So decrement a register file and skip if 0. आपने अगर लूप्स लगाने हैं प्रोग्राम में, जंप करना है दूसरे लोकेशन के ऊपर, then you can write this kind of instruction. क्योंकि देखिए आपने, you remember you had different type of sentences in other processors. But see the kind of sentence. So likewise you have increment file, increment and skip if 0. You have the inclusive or. This is the data transfer instruction. Move a register file. Move F. Move F. You are involving your accumulator. Move accumulator to a register file. So here you are writing your register file F will be loaded with the contents of the accumulator. This is what exactly the meaning is. Then you have the instruction as a rotate instruction. You have the subtract accumulator with the register file. I would expect that you study all these instructions. ये मेरे थे byte operation. बिट ऑपरेशन क्या है? BCF, बिट क्लियर. किसी रजिस्टर की सिंगल बिट को क्लियर करना है. जैसे आपने इंटरप्ट की सेटिंग करनी है. मैं आई होप स्टिल देयर इज सम मोर टाइम. लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल. सपोज यू वांट टू, यू हैव ए इंट कॉन रजिस्टर और इस रजिस्टर में आप ग्लोबल इंटरप्ट सेट करना चाहते हैं. एंड यू नो वेयर इज दिस ग्लोबल बिट? ये मेरा रजिस्टर है इंट कॉन. इसकी जो D7 बिट है, दिस इज द GIE, ग्लोबल इंटरप्ट इनेबल. मुझे इस इंटरप्ट को इनेबल करना है ताकि बाकी सारे इंटरप्ट आ सके, रिकॉग्नाइज हो सके. तो कैसे लिखेंगे आप इसको? हम इसको लिखेंगे, यू सी हियर, बिट सेट. इसको मुझे सेट करना है क्योंकि मैं इंटरप्ट चाहता हूं. तो मैं क्या लिखूंगा? बिट सेट फाइल, द नेम ऑफ द फाइल, द नेम ऑफ द फाइल इज दिस रजिस्टर इंट कॉन. द नेम ऑफ द रजिस्टर इज इंट कॉन and the name of the bit name is D7, comma 7. So when you write it this way, your effect will be, it will set the bit number 7 of the int con register. Any doubt at this moment? So this means your global interrupt is set. And if you do not want a global interrupt, I can write bit clear of the file, and which file? Intcon bit number 7. So your interrupt, global interrupt is disabled. You can disable it. Any doubt at this point? Archie, are you understanding? Archie, come on the chat. Are you understanding? Any query? Archie, you are listening? समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, good. So here you have to remember that the number of instructions are only 35. Less number of instructions means more code. For writing the same program, you have to write the more number of lines of code. तो आपको लगेगा कि प्रोग्राम बहुत बड़ा हो रहा है, पता नहीं, I don't know whether I'll be able to cope up or not. But you will be able to cope up because instructions तो यही 35 instructions हैं. So next is, this is a conditional bit clear. Conditional bit test. कौन से किस रजिस्टर की बिट को टेस्ट करना चाहते हैं? मान लीजिए कोई इंटरप्ट आ गया, कोई स्टेटस फ्लैग आपका सेट हुआ है, कोई 2 नंबर को आप ऐड कर रहे थे, ऐड करने से कैरी फ्लैग सेट हो गया, मैं उसको चेक करना चाहता हूं कोई कैरी हुआ कि नहीं हुआ, तो यू कैन राइट ए बिट टेस्ट फाइल एंड स्किप इफ क्लियर. अगर वो बिट क्लियर है, 0 है, कोई कैरी नहीं आया है, तो स्किप करिए, do normal operation, otherwise do something else. This is what exactly the meaning is. Then you have the instructions based on the literals or the control operation, constant operation. I want to add accumulator with the number 15. So how do you write this? Let me erase this. So the question is, add accumulator with the number 15. What is this 15? This is a constant number. So you have to use this instruction, add w I want to add literal with w. Add literal with w. So you can add literal with the w. A very simple way of writing. Add, what do you say? Add literal with the accumulator. So you write add literal with the accumulator. Add literal with the accumulator. And I want to add the literal. Literal will come here. Literal is 15. I want to add this number 15 with the accumulator. That means previously accumulator में कुछ number पड़ा हुआ था, उस previous answer के साथ में I want to add this number 15. Similarly, the next instruction is, you have the AND literal with the W. Yes, somebody want to ask a question? Any doubts? Anubhav, what do you want to say? आवाज नहीं आ रही है. Am I audible to everyone? Am I audible to everyone? Anubhav, please check your mic. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, thank you. Anubhav, you can check your mic or the speakers. So got it? This is the end call. I'm interested in this call. Call K. Call K. K is a literal. I want to call a subroutine which is at certain address. I can write this K as an address. Call is a call to a subroutine, and this K can be your the address, constant address. CLRWDT, clear the watchdog timer. Go to, I can go to a different address. Go to K. K here is a address, a constant address. And go to is used for the jump instructions. Return FIE. Return FIE means when an ISR is called, you are executing this program, and at this point some interrupt takes place. You have to go to the ISR for solving it. What is this address of ISR? And then you continue executing this ISR. The last line is RET FIE. This will return from the ISR. Due to the interrupt, the ISR that was called, this is a return to back to the same program. And if it is a normal call to the subroutine like this, then you can use a simple RET URL, return. And if you want, हमने C में पढ़ा था, function can return a value. अगर इसको यूज करते हैं, this is without returning a value. But if you want to return a value, आपने एक सबरूटीन को कॉल किया है, मैंने एक प्रोग्राम को कॉल किया है कि ये मेरा प्रोग्राम था और यहां से मैंने किसी सबरूटीन को कॉल किया, कॉल लेट्स से add RNECE. This is the name of the subroutine. So when you go to this subroutine, which is written somewhere here, so this is here, add RNECE from here to here. So if you don't want anything to be returned, I can write the last instruction of this is as return. But if you want something to return from this function, you can use another type of return, which is the RET LWK. This is return a literal into the accumulator. When you go back into your main program, this is going to return back some value. And subsequently you have the sleep. I know, suppose कोई प्रोग्राम आपने ऐसे लिखा है, आप कोई ऐसा कोई प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हैं कि where it is expecting some user response, और यूजर रिस्पॉन्स का तो पता नहीं वो कब देगा, कि वो 5 मिनट के बाद रिस्पॉन्स देगा कि 1 घंटे के बाद देगा कि 4 दिन के बाद रिस्पॉन्स देगा. तो ऐसे केस में you have the instruction known as a sleep. So this machine will then go into the power saving mode. And finally, you have the instructions called as a subject and a few instructions on the logical operations. I wish to know from you whether every one of you, whether the concept is clear or not. Any one of you who have any doubt on the basic instruction sets, then please come on the chat and interact with me. कोई भी doubt हो? If not, then we are winding up the class, and we will conduct a quiz in the evening. I'll float the quiz in the portal, and every one of you do the quiz. That is a way of knowing also how much you are understanding. That is the basic purpose of this. So I'll be floating a quiz today in the evening, maybe from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. The link will be open. So you can just access your logins and go it there. So if there is no doubt, I am closing today's class, hoping that you have understood the topics on the instruction set. We have discussed in this class the classification of the instructions. Then we have also studied the mnemonics and the syntax and the purpose of the different instructions of the PIC series of the microcontroller. These are the general instructions common to all the series of the microcontrollers. So with this, I end up today's session, and see you in the next class. Somebody want to write? So that we will discuss in the next